Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Milka Daim. Yeah, so thanks so much to Elsa Mackenzie and Banana Marmalade for both recommending this one. Me reviewed this one in the 1,000 subscriber special. Yeah, so shout out to you both. Thanks so much for your support and for watching the channel. And I hope you enjoyed this review. And fingers crossed, I give the outcome you're hoping. I do apologise in advance if I don't like this one, but I feel like I will do. I feel like I will. I'm confident. I have faith in you both. No, so thank you both for watching as well, and thanks everyone else for tuning in, of course. As always, I've done, well, about 650 videos now, most of them reviews. So in this corner here, there'll be a link to all my playlist of all my reviews. So go watch those after this one, after you've subscribed, of course, and liked. And of course, in a position to do so, I am on Patreon as well. So again, in this corner, there'll be a link to that, if it hasn't been already, or maybe both. So if you're in a position to do so, please have a look at the pledge levels there, and if you could support, that'd be great. Really appreciated. So thank you very much. Okay, back to the review. Yes, this one here. So basically, Cadbury and Milka share a sort of basically they're owned by the same people, Mondelez, and they pretty much share the same kind of range. And obviously, Cadbury have dairy milk and Milka have their sort of alpine milk, but in those they usually sort of share the kind of flavours or ingredients basically. So Cadbury do a Milka Daim, they both do a Milk Oreo. Cadbury do what's the ones they do? Can't think of the top of my head now. Can't even think of them now. Yeah, well they do that the Big Taste range, you know, the 3 different chocolate ones and the yeah, I can't. This slipped my mind really now, but they do lots of similar ones basically for the most part. You know, and basically, this one is their is Milka's equivalent to this, the Daim version as well. So I did review the Cadbury's Daim one. Wasn't too enamoured with it, to be honest with you. I think it just wasn't Daim enough for me, I think was the gist of it. So Elsa and Banana Marmalade, they both say this one is far better, more Daimy. So, you know, and to be honest with you, it does come across that way because I think the Milka bars tend to be thinner. So, you know, and you can see there, it's thin but filled with Daim, so Daim chunks. So I'm confident that will be the case. Now, Daim, for those you don't know, is it's like a sort of caramelised almond bar covered in chocolate, basically. And you can see it's basically it's pretty much like this, except rather than chunks of Daim, the actual Daim bar is a small bar, and it's a slab of that sort of chewy caramel centre, almond caramel, whatever it is. Covered in a different kind of chocolate, and a nice chocolate actually. It's a very unique bar, and it's really nice. So what does this describe it as? Alpine milk chocolate with crunchy almond caramel pieces, 20%. So there we go. And what's the damage with the calories and stuff like that? So it's got 4 chunks, and it's a 6x4 bar. It says on the back. It gives us per 100 grams. Now the actual bar size is 100 grams, so there we go, so that's useful. Yeah, so let's have a look. So we got the calories per 100 grams. Does it tell me? Oh, there we go, yes it does. 527 calories, and 29 grams of fat, 17 of which are saturates. Yeah, I was looking at another column and it was telling me some random stuff. Well, other stuff that I didn't know what it was. Salt and things like this. Not quite random, but there you go. Yeah, so per 4 chunks, which is a sixth of the bar, 88 calories, 4.9 grams of fat, 2.8 of which are saturates. So this is I think it's a Polish import, this one, but it does have the UK stuff on the back. So it's a Home Bargains one. It's a Home Bargains special, this one. But I'm sure you can get it in other places, but Home Bargains tend to have loads of Milka chocolate, and that's where I got this one. So very excited. So yeah, so Milka tends to have a different colour this side here for the different flavours. So you can see here, it's like red. I mean, it has the Daim picture as well, which they don't usually have. You know, they usually just have a colour, but yeah, this one's got the Daim branding there as well, the Daim logo. Yeah, and of course the Alps as well, Alpine milk chocolate. So I guess Toblerone has the Alps on it as well. It's not quite the same. Well, I don't know if it's the same mountain. It might be the same mountain, but there's only one in the Toblerone one. But this one's got a trio of mountains, maybe even more actually. Well, 3 prominent ones and some smaller ones, and of course the Alpine milk cow as well. Yeah. There we go. In one video I did think the udders were changed colour based on the type as well, but it was just because I was doing a white chocolate one. It was just so we'd have red udders for this one with the Daim logo on it. That would be quite interesting, but yeah, they don't do that. Okay, well, I think, yeah, Cocoa Life, it says on the back there, sort of fair trade type things going on. Yeah, protect from heat, it says as well. Stored in a dry place. Is it suitable for vegetarians? I can't see anywhere saying it's suitable for vegetarians, so I assume it isn't. It's usually relatively prominent, but yeah, there's no V symbol or anything that I can see. No, so maybe it's not. Don't know why, of course, but there we go. Possibly to do with the caramel, maybe. Not sure though, really. It seems unusual, that. I don't know why. There's obviously something in it. Yeah, don't know. Okay, so there we go. Right. Okay, well, I think, yeah, I think we should get into it. Let's give it an open. Let's do it. Okay, once I give this an open now, so thanks again to Banana Marmalade and his girlfriend Elsa Mackenzie. So, don't think it's Banana Marmalade Mackenzie. I mean, it might, well, it could be a real name, that, but I have a feeling it probably isn't. But either way, thank you so much for both of you for watching the channel and, yeah, for requesting this bar. So, thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, let's give it an open then, I guess. So I'm going to give it a quick measure on the flourishes. You can see it's a 6x4 bar. And you can see, hopefully you can see that some of the segments are coming through. You can see the sort of segments through the packaging. So let's give it. Now I can't remember. I did review a few Milka bars all in a row, about a month ago maybe, and but I can't remember their measurements. I seem to remember 19 centimeters, but let's have a check. So 18.5. Yeah, about 18.6 actually. That's the measurement there. So we'll give it an open. Let's see, and it does have the, you can see the opening sort of like arrow there, so we know where to open it. You could probably work it out, of course, but you know, you never know. So it's a good day for chocolate today in the UK. It's it was ridiculously hot, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks maybe, but now it's gone back to normal and it's raining and it's no. Oh wow, hang on, ooh. Wow, that's a lovely smell. You definitely get hit by that Daim smell. That's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Definitely like that. That's a good first impression. So what have we got? So it was 18.6, didn't we say? So it's now basically 15.6. So we've lost 3 centimeters. Yeah, so 3 centimeters. 15.3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, so we've lost about somewhere in the region of a fifth. So that's, you know, there's no real acceptance with this, but the I would say a common accepted amount, let's just say, or amount that I'm willing to tolerate, a tolerance, I guess, is around a fifth, and that is around a fifth of the bar. So, yeah, so I think that's in the realms of acceptance, I would say. Although, of course, really, you shouldn't really think like that. We should never have these. We should never accept these sort of flourishes because they're there just to make the chocolate bar look bigger. But of course, you know, they are there, and I think a fifth, you know, extra length is the accepted amount. Because of course, if you move this back, you know, hopefully you can see this. If I move this to there, all that, look, there you go. You can see. You might think, oh, it wasn't much, but look, all this here is dead space, isn't it? You know, we've lost this much space in the wrapper. So if I so 3 centimeters, yeah. So you know what I mean. So 3 centimeters, and the actual bar itself is 15. Did I say 15.6? Yeah. So we've lost about a fifth, haven't we? So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah. So there you go. So a fifth. So that's one whole segment there, isn't it? Really, if you turn it the other way around. You know what I mean? Could be 1.5 more segments. You can see. You can see there. Hopefully. There you go. So yeah, when you look at it like that, you know what I mean. I think it's a valid complaint. Okay, but let's have a look at it, the bar itself. So there we go, so that's what it looks like. I like the look of the Milka bar. I don't know, they're quite simple but straightforward, but I like the look of them. Yeah, I do like that. And you can see, what is it, 4x6? Yeah, 4x6. Yeah, very nice. Let's move a close up. That's Milka branding on there. On the back, it's you can see all the lovely chunks there. Look at that. Yeah, I love seeing things like that. Yeah, beautiful. Very excited for this one. And as I say, The smell when you open, I mean, of course, you know, some, like in the coffee industry, they have a thing where they actually inject the smell back into the coffee container. So when you open them for the first time, all that smell that comes out, it's just fake, basically. It's not fake, but it's been extracted and put back in because of the way they make the instant coffee. It's the instant coffee process. So there's a chance that they might do that with these chocolate bars as well. I don't know. But either way, you know, smell gorgeous. Let's give it a measure. We've already measured it. It's 15.6, was it, on this side, centimetres? Sometimes I made a mistake of measuring it off the camera. I should try not to do that. It's difficult to remember. Yeah, 15.6. 7.5 width. Height-wise, so the height first and lowest highest point is 0.7 centimetres roughly. Maybe 0.75. If on the lowest point to the sort of like the in between the peaks, is about 0.6. There we go. Right, let's give it a bit of a snap. So this whole chunk here, these 4 chunks here, this is your 88 calories, was it? So look. 88 calories, 4.9 grams of fats, 2.8 of which are saturates. Just these 4 chunks, 88 calories. So we can say it's 22 calories per chunk. Okay, so I snapped it in half, and well, I must say I could have been a bit unlucky. I'm not seeing a lot of dime there actually in the splits. Can't see any at all, to be honest with you. I'm sure there might be some. Yeah, I think there's a bit there actually in this bit here. So they're quite subtle, hard to see if the light shines it off it. But okay, well, I mean there's plenty in there. You can see underneath there's plenty in there, but yeah, it's not easy to see. Yeah, they're quite hard to see, I think. They're very sort of, they don't really shine. For the regular dime bar, they do shine quite a lot when you snap the dime bar in half. It's a very shiny surface. This one doesn't seem to have that shine for whatever reason. Don't know why. I don't know why that is. It's a bit shiny on this. There's a chunk there. It's a bit shiny. I don't know if that means it's slightly. I don't believe it'd be slightly different. It could just be the way the chunks are sort of smaller, so this is the side of a chunk rather than in the chunk, like a dissection of the chunk, and it's the middle. It's those dissections that are very shiny. I'm not sure. Let's give it a bit of a cut then as well, just to see if. I'm cracking. Okay, a bit. There we go. So yeah, this one here. Yes, there's definitely a chunk there. Just on this bit here. So it's hard, you know. So yeah, so there's definitely prominence there, but yeah, I think they are basically just small chunks, and you just the reason you can't see the shine is because you're not cutting between them. But you know, I don't know. There's a bit of a shine on that one. Yeah, this one here. Okay, well, let's give these a taste. Very excited for this one. So yeah, let's do it. Let's give it a taste. Okay, well, I'm just going to give this Milka Daim a taste. Yeah, so thanks very much once again to Elsa Mackenzie and the Boyfriend Banana Marmalade for recommending this one, for requesting it, and both in fact. You know, 1,000 subscriber special, so thanks so much for that. Yeah, so a couple of chunks here, so I think we should yeah, give this a taste. Let's do it. One thing Professor and the Boyfriend Banana Marmalade said was that it has a lot more dime in it than the Dairy Milk equivalent, which I wasn't too big a fan of, and it's very, very true. There's lots of dime in this one. I mean, it's because it's a smaller, you know, the chocolate's thinner, possibly, but with the same sort of distribution of dime pieces in there. Either way, it doesn't really know. But yeah, it's very nice. There's a lot of dime in here, definitely. And the chocolate's not so bad as well. It's I think probably the chocolate is kind of overpowered by the dime, which you'd expect and probably want really. I mean, Milka chocolate's quite. It's not too bad. It's quite a distinct taste, you know. Alpine milk chocolate it does have a taste. It's not just a gimmick. It is very nice. This actually, it's very nice. It's very the Daim is just so prominent and it's nice. It's almost like having a Daim bar. Now, the problem with that statement, and you could probably guess it already, is the fact that should you just have a Daim bar instead? You know what I mean? And I think the answer for me is yes, basically. And that's not to say this is a bad bar by any means. I just think the Daim bar experience itself is fantastic. It's one of my favourite bars, and it's unparalleled really, and it's so nice. And the sort of the thickness and the chewiness of that, like sort of caramelised almond caramel or whatever it is so lovely. And don't be put off by the fact that it's almond caramel or whatever. You can't really taste almonds as such in it. It's no like chunks or anything. It's lovely, and I even like the chocolate in the Daim, the actual Daim bar as well. And I think so. This one, the advantage this one might have is that the sort of Milka chocolate is, you could say of a higher standard maybe, or or the draw like the Dairy Milk one. The draw is the Dairy Milk chocolate, and that's true. So I would say if you really love that chocolate and the chocolate on the Daim is perhaps the weak point for you, then maybe these sort of versions are better for you. Now Elsa and Banana Marmalade didn't say whether they prefer this to the Daim bar. I'm not sure. My impression was that they did, but I don't know. But for me, I don't know. I don't think I do. I think I would say that the Daim bar is better than this. And but it's a different experience. This one is more centered around the chocolate with Daim, whereas the Daim is obviously the Daim, the center basically. So it depends what your priorities are. I don't want to take away from this because it is really nice actually, and they have managed to achieve what the Dairy Milk one didn't do, which was really sort of include the sort of Daim pieces as pretty much a 50-50 partnership with the chocolate, if not more so. With every chunk you're really getting a good Daim experience. But I just feel like I prefer it if it was just a slab of Daim, and I think I possibly said this with the Dairy Milk one as well. So basically what you were getting was essentially a Daim bar, but with milk and chocolate. There's probably reasons they can't do that, because obviously Daim wouldn't want that happening, because it was basically mean why would you buy the Daim bar? Well, you know what I mean. You might do if you still prefer the chocolate, but you know what I mean. So I think that's my problem again with this one. I think it's just something that's always going to be the case, where because that's just something they can't achieve really, or they can't do for obvious reasons, where Daim wouldn't let them just replicate the bar. But it might be nice if they did a Daim special edition with Milka chocolates. So they did it the other way around, where it was actually a Daim bar limited edition. And I think that would definitely be something I'd like to experience, or a Daim one with Dairy Milk. And if they did it the other way around, I think that for me would be the holy grail of this. I think this is the wrong way round for me, and that's just me really. I think, you know what I mean. Some people, if you are of a persuasion where you prefer, a block of Milka chocolate or a block of Dairy Milk chocolate, and you want your Daim in it, with little chunks, then these are obviously for you. Now the Dairy Milk one, as I say, didn't quite get the distribution right. I think it was too sparse in the chunks of Daim, or at least the Dairy Milk chocolate was too strong and took away from it. This one, as I say, has got it much better, I think. And I think it's as good as you're going to get, other than it being an actual Daim bar, or pretty much a Daim bar, like a slab of Daim caramelised almond caramel or whatever it is. You're not, other than it doing that, I don't think you're going to get really any closer. And the chunks are nice. I just think you miss out on that chew that you get from the Daim bar, where you really get a massive amount of the caramel. But it's really nice, and as I say, I think the Milka chocolate's good. I think it is overpowered by the Daim in it, but I think only just, I think, and probably in a way that's actually you'd want. But it does render the fact that it's Milka chocolate slightly pointless. Slightly. Because it's not the prominent flavour, and I think you are, but again, that's me sort of perhaps being a bit too, hypocritical really, because in the Dairy Milk one I was saying, well, perhaps it's too much about the Dairy Milk and not enough Daim. And so I'm saying, well, maybe it's just too much Daim. I don't mean it that way, of course. What I really mean trying to say is that it does beg the question, is there a point to this, is what I'm trying to say really. Because should you just not have just the Daim bar? And as I say, for me, I think you should just have the Daim bar. But it is really nice, and it does replicate that as good as it can do without being an actual Daim bar with Milka chocolate on top of it, or just a Daim bar. But I think my interest would definitely be in a limited edition Daim with dairy milk on top of it, rather than their chocolate or Milka chocolate. But I would have to say that I think the chocolate on the Daim bar is really nice as it is. It just happens. I don't know whether it's because the caramel's mixed in with it somehow, it's infused the chocolate, or whether the chocolate's nice. I don't know what the reason for it is, but it is a really nice chocolate anyway. So it'd be difficult for me to even say I really wish there was a Daim with different chocolate, because I think oddly enough, it does really work perfectly as it is. It's a really nice bar. So a difficult subject for this one. I think it's a nice novelty, this one for sure, but I don't know, it wouldn't be my go-to. If I had the choice of a Daim or this one, I think I would still go the Daim route, basically. Now, of course, other people might think differently. Perhaps, I say, Elsa and Banana Marmalade think differently in this. And I say, let me know in the comments what you prefer, whether you do prefer this to a Daim bar, whether it's just the nice sort of alternative that you have every now and again or whatever. But I do really like it. I think they've got the distributions perfectly. As I say, I think it might be harsh to say, well, it's not a Daim bar, so that's my criticism of it. But I think that's a valid point really, because you can pick one or the other. And I think I think it's just hard to say that this is to mention it without sort of the elephant in the room, which is you've got a Daim bar you could buy. Why not just buy that? So. In my opinion, for what it's worth, I think, it's not as good as a Daim bar. You may as well just buy that, really. And it would be interesting, I think, to see a Daim bar with Milka chocolate covering that, or dairy milk chocolate, rather than a dairy milk or a Milka with chunks of Daim in it, which I think, while nice, don't offer the same intense, beautiful experience that an actual Daim bar offers. So there we go. But I still think it's really nice. I think it's definitely better than the dairy milk one. I mean, just because it just seems more concise, more centred around the Daim pieces for me. And the Milka chocolate's not too bad, but as I say, it is, overpowered by the Daim. And you could perhaps say, well, is it wasted? Is there really? I don't know. And it's hard to say because, of course, you do get the subtleties of it. You do get the little tastes that you otherwise wouldn't get, and so it is still there, of course. So it's not like you can't taste it or anything. It is there. It's just I think pushed slightly aside by the Daim, but only slightly. So there we go. So yeah, but I think for me, a 4 out of 5 for sure. I really do like it. It's very nice. It's I think they've got it as good as they could have got it really, without it actually being, as I say, a Daim bar, as in having the sort of slab of solid caramel, almond caramel, covered in Milka chocolate instead. And I think when that happens, I think we're going to be talking the next level. But I think this is as close as they can realistically get, because otherwise you're just pinching you're just pinching the Daim sort of IP rather than the Milka bar IP in this case. So there we go. But there we are. So I think I'd be interested to see it the other way around, as I say. But yeah, 4 out of 5 for sure, and I do really like it. And I definitely think this is more successful than the dairy milk one. So I think Elsa and Banana Marmalade were right about that. So yeah, thank you so much. So thank you so much for that. For recommending me to do this one. I've jumped it up the list. I did have it anyway. I think I told you in a response video. But obviously, I didn't prioritise it, but now it's prioritised. Well, I've done it. So thank you so much for that, and it's definitely glad you do, because I do really like it actually, and it's very tasty, and I do. Because the Daim is one of my favourite bars, and it's perhaps, if I didn't know a Daim existed in things, this probably would be higher. But I think when I know a Daim exists and I know what I'm comparing it to, and I have that high bar of the Daim, the regular Daim to think about, and it is one of my favourite bars, that might mean there's more scrutiny on this one than there otherwise would have been. But it's still really nice, still very impressed with it, and 4 out of 5 is still a good score. So yeah, thanks so much once again. Okay guys, well thanks for watching. Leave a comment or free, let me know what you think as well, and what you prefer for the Milka or the Daim version, or whether you think, as I say, it should be better with an actual Daim covered in Milka or Cadbury's chocolate, rather than sort of Milka or dairy milk bar with Daim in it. Let me know what you think about that as well, and and subscribe if you haven't already, of course. Instagram, Patreon, follow my notes if you can. Twitter is also, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Thanks again. Bye.